on the grounds that
established in order to protect all the deputies from such votings of the majority.
Divided making is not binding law. They are just practices that we use to stand, that the majority of you would stand for the agenda as it is. Final vote, it's going to be roll call. Favor? +41, 17 - 7 abstentions. So, final vote. We move. 43 against 15, with 7 abstentions, it was also adopted. Against? Abstentions adopted. 38 against 21, 6 abstentions, so it's been adopted. We also congratulate Fabienne KELLER and the negotiating team. Thank you. Venga. Before you leave the room, I really want to appreciate all the work that lies behind us. Wow. It's been quite a couple of years of rounds of negotiations that brought us here, and we finally had a compromise. We're somehow making a piece of history here with this Migration and Asylum Pact. I thank you all.
And I think today the European Parliament took a responsibility to move forward, showing an ability to also find common ground. I think all our political groups have made compromises, knowing how important it is that we now have a strong position from the European Parliament in the upcoming negotiations with the Council. The main purpose of the file that I've been working on, the Asylum and Migration Management Regulation, is to reinforce mutual trust between member states. This is vital to the success of a joint European response. We have now voted in favor of a legal framework that achieves a fair balance between solidarity and responsibility. With this regulation, we establish a mechanism that provides true solidarity, but also allows flexible and voluntary contributions.
We need some special kind of an answer. And that special kind of an answer, number one tool, is mandatory relocation. Mandatory relocation programs. We have worked real hard to give it a sound legal basis. Mandatory relocation programs. Then the second tool is the so-called prima facie approach. That means that certain categories of people, because of the country where they come from, because of a certain part of a country they come from, not the overall territory of the country, but a certain region which is extremely challenging or defying or dangerous for their personal integrity, then they are to be given, as to this country of origin or pertenance to a particular vulnerable group, prima facie recognition.
Now, talking about screening, first of all, as a principle, this is not creating something totally new. All the checks that are now in the screening, yes, they are very concrete, prescribed, but in general, those checks are already possible at our external borders today. So they are more precisely described, but still they remain an instrument to be used at our external borders. I'm also happy that as a matter of principle, we keep the legal fiction combined with the border procedure in APR as an option for member states, but it should also be very clear that if a member state decides to use the border procedure, then this definitely will mean that they have to use the legal fiction of non-entry, meaning a person is on the ground of European Union, but is legally seen as not yet having entered European Union.
Je voudrais saluer quelques points. Des procédures d'asile d'abord plus harmonisées, plus efficaces dans l'Union européenne. Donc après le screening, les personnes demandeurs d'asile doivent être traitées de la même manière dans les 27 États membres avec les mêmes garanties. C'est l'objet de ce texte. La procédure à la frontière est révisée pour garantir une évaluation rapide des demandes d'asile pour les personnes qui ont peu de chances d'obtenir le statut de réfugié.